It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
About ready to get us started, and we are underway from the Superdome. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Bringing them out in his 8th year out of Florida State, the former Heisman Trophy winner, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Winston. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Winston. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defense in front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Winston. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing a 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Now Winston. Touchdown! Adam Troutman from 4 yards out. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster. Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. They're led out by the former third-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. At their own 13. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
A first down throw for Winston. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there. And now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not I just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
They go play action with Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert O from 8 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Jameis now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Winston to give. It's Kamara. A little juke. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run it again with Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Kamara up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Jameis to throw it. Got an open man. It's Olave. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Kamara is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the lead. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3, 4, 5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Winston now. Over the middle, it's complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. A 10th carry for Kamara. Taken down at the 42.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Winston steps away to his left. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Trying to regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Kamara. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's got some space here. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down, Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. Touchdown, Saints! Adam Troutman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Let's look at the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Jeudy. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Wilson finds Dulcich out left side. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. There's Wilson to throw. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. A gain of 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Up the middle, it's Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos! Melvin Gordon, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-17. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Time again to see Jameis Winston in this Saints offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Trying the left side with Kamara. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 28-yard line.
He'll hand this one off to Gordon.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Winston. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. He's got room at the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for a Saints. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Denver. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Saints, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And the Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes.
They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On third down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 41, Winston.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jameis to throw it. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Wilson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Now Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. Incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of the play that looked like it was in trouble.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, Wilson will keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will tie us at 24. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This take it in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
I certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So a failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Wilson. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings him 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, what we got?
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. Albert Okuwebunam, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they have regained the lead.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
The Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
He'll start with a give to Kamara.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Randy Gregory
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. To throw, Winston.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 15. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A good action to this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know? The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Play action now, Winston. A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From just shy of midfield, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Touchdown! Jarvis Landry from 10 yards out. And the Saints have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Wants to try to end the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Jarvis Landry who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at their 25-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Tano Passanio in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
2nd and 11 at the 41.
Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Wilson steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Winston. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Saints on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Got an open man, it's Olave. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action, Winston. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Winston now from the 50. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Again, it's Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Winston. Touchdown, Saints. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Saints are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. To kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 23. Here's Wilson to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Wilson. And he will slide down with a good gain. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went up and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So this offense able to convert on 4th for now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Demario Davis there on the stop. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Trying to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
The touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And some room to work. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Get it.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just
but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.